Welcome back, Cosmic Insight Astrology. My name is Christina. All right, if you have a Cancer rising, Cancer sun, or Cancer moon, this is your 2022 September astrology forecast. Let's see what's gonna happen for you, Cancers, in September. So first we're going to start with Mars and Jupiter retrograde sextile, and it's going to happen in your 12th and 10th house. 12th house ruled by usually Pisces, but right now Mars is in a Gemini over here for you, and it's gonna go to retrograde in your 12th house. 12th house is everything what is unknown, that is the cosmic womb. It rules the cosmic womb, it rules everything what is spiritual. And Mars over here, and especially in Gemini, it's very restless. It's like constantly brainstorming, and it's constantly really lucid. But look at that, 12th house always wants to sleep, so it's not a good placement for Mars over here for you. It's almost like you want to brainstorm all the time, but you fall asleep somehow. And but it's going to actually sextile with Jupiter, and Jupiter is in your 10th house of reputation and career or stage. So what's gonna do over, and it's ruled by Capricorn, but Jupiter is in Aries right now, which is also really restless, impulsive. It could be arrogant a little bit. Jupiter is the planet of giving. Jupiter is the planet of prosperity and growth and abundance, and Mars is your desires, your inner warrior. That's the planet of war, fire. So what's going to happen here? So you might going to have some kind of sleepless night because of your brainstorming all the time, and then you're going to be tired in the morning. And then it could be something about your work, because you might going to get awarded, and like right before, you already know you're going to get nominated, and that's why you are brainstorming and you won't be able to sleep. But simple as it is, 12th house, it could be some kind of hidden anger as well with Mars, but also it could be something with communication. So actually, you are very angry and you want to say something to someone, but you are not going to, because it's in your 12th house, and you rather to leave that behind the curtain, and you'd rather not to say that. But definitely it could be something what you worked on. Gemini is like writing a script, right? And then it's sextiling with Jupiter. It could be like you will finally get the recognition for something what you were working behind the scene, Cancer. So it could be truly good for you. On September 2nd, if we go to September 2nd, we're going to have actually Mercury in Libra going to do an opposition with Jupiter, and it's going to do it a few times because Mercury going to go retrograde on September 9th. So it's going to go back and forth on the same degree and going to oppose to Jupiter also end of the month as well. So Jupiter is the planet of blessing, right? Mercury is in your 4th house. That is your family, real estate. It is some ending of matters as well. So it could represent something like some kind of, like judgment issues or leap of conclusion. So for example, it could be like you are going to take on to a job, actually a new career, without talking to your family, and it's going to become an argument between you and your family. Or it could be, something leap of conclusion, like you going to actually say something or come to a conclusion about your family, and it's not valid. So you act, like extra, like you, how do you call that in English, when you over confident in something, and you, yeah, exaggerated. That's what it is. All right, so the next, what's going to happen, we're going to have September 5th, Venus is going to Virgo. So let's go to September 5th, when Venus is 0 degree Virgo in your third house. So it could indicate Venus is love and money in your third house is something, you know, like you are capable to buy a new car, for example, or you can get some money from some kind of writing project as well. And then September 7th, we're going to have Sun trine North Node, and September 11th, that same Sun going to trine Uranus as well. So North Node and Uranus, you have that in the 11th house in Taurus, and it's have that in your 11th house of social circle and friends. So when North Node trines actually with the Sun here in Virgo, so both of them is Earth sign, really grounded. 11 and third house, and third house also your friends or your siblings, younger siblings, and traveling actually, and it's like traveling to short distance traveling. So you might going to visit a friend, or you know, you're going to have a purpose right now to make some kind of friend. So that's actually you actually, that's gonna be your purpose right now, because maybe you don't have true friends, or you lost a lot of friends and you want to have, and you want to be friendly. So it could be your new purpose, like I gonna be friendly from now on. And when it's going to trine with Uranus, Uranus is the planet of unexpected, the originality. So it could be like I'm going to have a few friends who is really original, really unique, because Uranus is really, really unique, and you know, like very rebellious people around me, or my social circle actually, and my friends going to rebel, and you know, I might going to join their company and gonna go to protest somewhere with them. It could indicate that one as well. And then we're going to go actually September 6th, we're going to have Pallas Athene to move to Cancer for you in your sign. So in your first house, Pallas Athene is the planet of wisdom. And you will feel a lot wiser from now on until Pallas going to reside in your first house, because first house is yourself. Third house is the way you pretend. And you know, especially if you're ascendant in Cancer. So Pallas over there going to definitely give you like a wise kind of temper and the way you look at things. So you're going to become a lot wiser. All right, and then on the 11th, we're going to have Sun and Uranus trining. We were talking about that already. But before that, we're going to have the 10th, we're going to have a full moon actually in Pisces. And that is a fellow water sign for you, Cancers. And it's going to trine at one point, you know, like most likely if you have something in 17 degrees, or actually before 5 degrees, so 12 to 23 degrees in Cancer, you're going to have that full moon trining with you, and the Sun trining with you as well. So full moon in your third and ninth house, so long distance traveling, short distance traveling, education, higher education, younger siblings, older siblings. So what's going to happen over here? Full moon is a completion, it's an ending. So actually it could become like you are the younger sibling and one of your older siblings, something is ending with an older sibling. Maybe you're going to lose contact with your older sibling, or you know, maybe you're going to just some issue going to disappear with a sibling. But you know, it could be also, for example, something is coming to the end and the fruition and completion. It could be some kind of foreign matter. So you might going to have your visa, or you know, like your green card, or some kind of or you just get a passport right now because you never had a passport before, simple as it is, or you need to renew the passport and it's coming back to you right now. And then this full moon in Pisces, it's really magical, very spiritual. And you know that, Cancer, because you are so really, really intuitive and you are very, very extremely sensitive. You are the mother of all signs and you're ruled by the moon, and the moon, your ruler, actually is in Pisces, in a fellow water sign. You know, Pisces actually, if you want to do some kind of ritual, you can use lotus flower, you can use lilies, water lilies in your ceremony. You can go by the ocean. Pisces rules the ocean because of Pisces ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. And that's quite a blessing over here because Jupiter ruled by Jupiter as well. And Jupiter is retrograding back and actually gonna go back to Pisces soon in October, and it's gonna conjunct again with Neptune. And that is kind of miracle over there. And it's happened in your ninth house. So some kind of matter, foreign matter, could come to fruition with this full moon also, but started already in April. Maybe you applied visa or passport and right now it's coming. And or maybe you applied for a job and then, or in a foreign country, and right now you are willing to go over and actually that right now you are capable to go and teach in a foreign country, for example. And what else could be that? So yes, this is a full moon ceremony. Usually Pisces also ruled by amethyst and lapis lazuli. You can use those gemstones during your ceremony and praying to let go of everything what is holding you back. So for example, it is something with a friend or it is something with a sibling. So let go of all the obstacles that is between you and your sibling, or between you and your friend, or between you and your higher education or achievement. So that is what you need to pray for during this full moon. And you can use those kind of precious, semi-precious, precious stones during the ceremony. And mugwort, actually, what I use mugwort because I'm a Pisces sun and I use that for lucid dreaming. I also use colloidal gold as well, but that would be wonderful. And you might going to have some kind of vision because ninth house also very spiritual house. It rules Sagittarius and ruled by Jupiter, so very spiritual and connection with the divine as well. So you might want to seek for this and seek for connection with the divine. And then let's go actually to September 16th. And September 16th, we're going to have Sun and Neptune opposition. So I'm going to erect the chart and go actually and animate it. September 16th, you see, and we're going to have Neptune in Pisces. It's opposing here. Let's see. Neptune and Sun in Virgo here. Yes. So what does it really mean? Neptune actually is illusion, delusion. And it is, some kind of yeah, definitely it's make you delusional or blindfolded, or like maybe you don't see a problem, and it could be something about your siblings. So you are way too forgiving with this Neptune, is forgiveness with a sibling, and actually you maybe enable them with the constant help because you are Cancer, so probably you are helping all the time. You try to solve their issues and you enable them. So that, yes, definitely it could be like I see that during the rose quartz glasses. However, Neptune is in retrograde, and when any malefic, Neptune not necessarily malefic, but because delusion, illusion, and gossip, in this case, those are malefic tendencies. So the malefic tendencies actually, it's getting weakened. So you might actually take off that kind of rose quartz glass and plain glass, and you might going to see your friend clearly this time. And that's why the opposition, because you're going to actually be maybe disgusted by other people's personality. because you thought they are angelic and they are very good, and actually right now you will see them through your clear gas. And the other thing what's going to happen September, let's see, 16th, is going to be Venus in Virgo going to trine with North Node in Taurus at 14 degrees. So Venus in Virgo, trine North Node in Taurus, and later on, gonna go a little bit further when it's going to, on the 20th, going to trine to Uranus at 18 degrees. So right now in 14 degrees, and then later on the 20th with Uranus in 18 degrees. So what does actually Venus and North Node? North Node is your purpose, and it has Jupiterian energy, so blessing. In your 11th house of social circle, and in the 3rd house, there is your neighborhood, representing your neighborhood, or representing, so it could be like somebody is moving into your neighborhood who you're gonna really like that person, or someone from your friendship zone going to move into the neighborhood, and or someone moves in and you become friend immediately. That could be that as well. But other thing like that, third house also communication, and Venus over here, you could have really meaningful and purposeful communication and loving. Venus is love. The third house is communication, loving communication with a friend that you really needed. It's a very supportive energy for you, Cancers, to let go of your guard and talk to your friends. And then on the 20th, it's going to trine with Uranus. Uranus is really eclectic. It's unusual. It's really rebellious. So it could be like some kind of really unusual idea coming up with some kind of loved ones, and it could be like your friend become like different, like Uranian energy, like unexpected and chaotic, and your friendship zone. But because it's trine, it's more like a loving aspect, so you're going to actually really like that. Or it could be like one of the friend is coming out to be gay, and you are supporting that friend. It could be that also, because that's a trine, and Uranus is gay people. So yeah, definitely it could be that. On the 18th, we're gonna go to the 18th right now, guys, quickly, and let's see what's happening in the 18th. In the 18th, we're going to have Mercury opposing Jupiter. So Mercury in the 4th house, Jupiter in the 10th. It could be some kind of issue actually between your family and, what I was talking about, because we were already talking about that on September 2nd. And right now, because the retrograde, Mercury went to retrograde on the 9th, so it's going to oppose again to Jupiter. But Sun also going to trine to Pluto. So Sun, Pluto, 7th and 3rd house. So it could be some kind of great communication and very meaningful and deep and powerful with your loved one, with your significant other, and it could be something about seeking for therapy with my significant other, and it could be a sex therapy or something like that, or yes, sexual psychologist, or what you're going to seek for, or we're just gonna simply talking about taboos and death and everything but Pluto rules, because or the wheel, how we should rewrite our wheel, something like that. All right. So on September 20th, September 23rd, we're going to have Mercury and Sun conjunction. So it's going to be September 23rd, Mercury and Sun conjunction, but September 22nd, Sun going to already go into Libra, and 23rd is going to conjunct in your 4th house. So the communication planet, and it's 0 degree, it's like, wow, it's very karmic degree. And look at that. 4th house of ending, funerals, real estate. So it could be a communication about some kind of real estate issue. And like mediating with someone in the family, because of Sun and Mercury, it could be some kind of mediating. It could be something, Mercury is not seen because the sun has combust with the sun, and the ray of the sun is so strong, so Mercury is blinded, so communication could be off with a family member here. So communication about real estate issues could be off with a family member, or communication with a real estate or a housing, or a family matter could be like blindfolded and you don't see clearly. So then we are moving forward, and then we're going to have September 24th, which is going to be like Neptune opposing to actually Venus. Look at that. Venus, the planet of love, in your third house of communication, but in Virgo. And then Neptune is in your ninth house. Ninth house is your foreign affairs, or it is like traveling as well. So it could be something like, you wish to go somewhere, but actually it was very illusional. So it was at the beginning already aborted, that kind of plan for travel somehow. And you wanted to go, but truly deeply inside, Neptune is full of fears and unconditional fears, or unconscious fears. So you wanted to go somewhere, travel somewhere, but you were like full of fears. Or it could be an opposition between the love or money, because in Virgo, and Venus in Virgo could be really dogmatic, and it could be love for some kind of benefits as well. And that is Neptune over here, the unconditional love. And that is like, all right, so I need material things right now, and not necessarily want to have this higher octave of love. So it could be a decision making here, or it could be just like between two schools. So should I use this higher education here, or should I choose this kind of education? And actually Venus in Virgo in third house, it will be like, I'm going to take the education or apply for, but is not actually a university, because that is really delusional. I wanted to go to Harvard, and oh my God, what am I thinking? Like I should go somewhere else because of Harvard is way out of my league, or something like that could be happening with this opposition. So that's like a little bit of distracting feeling over here, a little bit like blindfolded and delusional in some kind of problems, which is ninth house matter and third house matter. And then we're going to go and move forward to September 26. And September 26, we have two aspects here. And actually we do have Venus trine Pluto and Venus conjunct Mercury. So here in your third house, Venus and Mercury conjuncting, it could be a beautiful, loving communication. So that is really, it's good. And with who? With a friend, with a neighbor, or with a younger sibling. And what else is going to happen? So Venus is also going to trine Pluto, 26 degrees. Look, that is sexuality, or all the taboos. Venus over here in the third house. Third house rules communication, and it still rules and conjunct with Mercury. So what's going to happen? Yes, definitely. It's going to happen something like I'm going to initiate some kind of communication with my loved one about taboos, and because we need to talk about that. And it's going to be very understanding, really transformational. It could be some kind of research. It could be some kind of research you are looking for a sibling, because, or your husband or wife sibling, because of maybe they've been adopted, and right now you're going to do a research, and like maybe you don't even tell him at the beginning, just later on when you find them, but you are looking for a sibling or a friend of your partner, and you're gonna find that for them. So it's gonna be very loving. It's a gift for them from you. And then you see, here is the new moon on the 25th, the day before happened, the new moon. Actually, I'm gonna go to 26. Okay, over here in 2 degrees and 49 minutes in your fourth house. So something with family matters, something with your living situation is changing. It's a new beginning in your living situation. And And this new moon actually is opposing Jupiter. So it could be like, because of I got a promotion from work in my career and I will need to move somewhere. So I have to move my family and I have to tell them. And things like that could happen. And Jupiter is the planet of blessing, but opposing this new moon, which is like the beginning, is and Jupiter already in retrograde. So it could be like, yes, I have to go. It is a great promotion, and but my family won't like the new place, or they don't like the new house where we're gonna move. So some kind of situation like that could come up. And then I'm going to talk about also Ceres. Ceres is going to Virgo on September 29th. So Ceres is going to come from Leo to Virgo. Ceres is the asteroid of agriculture. So she's the agriculture goddess in the third house. It could mean like you're going to actually create a garden in your neighborhood, or it's going to be a neighborhood garden, for example. So you are living in concrete jungle, and but something happens with the supplies, food supplies, and it will eventually, because I told you guys before, Saturn Uranus square 3 times last year, and this year also going to do it again. So we're gonna have some food issues for a long term, unfortunately. But you might going to come together with neighbors or friends, and you're going to create a community garden. It could be that, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful project for you guys. And then on September 28th also, we're going to have Mars trine Saturn. Mars is the warrior in your 12th house, and Saturn in your 8th house. So it is something, a matter with inheritance, other people, money, banking, and 12th house is lying, and it could be like behind the scenes somebody does something, and especially in Gemini and Mars, actually it's a gossip behind the scene. So I'm losing my reputation in some kind of with my family matter. For example, I'm going to get cut out from inheritance because somebody is keep betraying me. That could be as well. But on the other hand, this is a trining aspect, and trining is really, really beautiful. So even if it's two malefic and two malefic houses, trine not necessarily that much that beautiful than every other houses. However, it's still a trine. It's still something granted for you. So it could be like, all right, where some of you Cancer could lose a father figure and inheritance is coming here, but inheritance is hidden for a while, or was hidden for a while, and then right now Mars going to find it. Mars is the warrior, Mars is energized, Mars is the one who going for it, the impulsive. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to get my inheritance kind of situation. Or Gemini is the counselor and the talking 12th house is hospice, or some kind of situation like incarcerated prison, things like that. So it could be like I'm going to initiate a talk for a loved one who has to go to hospice. So I'm gonna find a hospice for an authority figure of mine. It could mean as well. Yeah, but Saturn is really discipline in 8th house. It is like a very deep psychological house. And Saturn over here actually could represent something like I'm going to do some kind of deep dive into science, and I'm going to actually 12th house writing, and Mercury also, we're writing about it because I'm really, really enthusiastic about that kind of subject. And yeah, so that could be some kind of humanitarian issue, or it could be about wars, or it could be something about the bank system structure, bank. and you're going to be really good about that, and you want to write about that. But even with this trine, it could actually draw in that kind of energy that is not positive. So it could draw in some kind of enemies, hidden enemies for you, because you're going to talk about something that's really interests you, but someone else going to get offended by that. All right, guys. All right, Cancer. So that's your 2022 September astrology forecast. And if you loved my podcast, please subscribe to my channel. You can check me out on Instagram, which is Urban Witch Org. And also, I have a Facebook page, Urban Witch or Christina Simon, and I have a site on that, which is Urban Witch. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, then don't hesitate to check out my website, which is also www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your attention, and actually, I'm truly grateful for your trust in me to guide you through this spiritual journey. And I wish you a beautiful and safe September. And I will see you in October. Till we meet again. Bye.